What's up, everybody? My name is Cap, and welcome back to Feed
the Beast.
This is episode 5, and before I get into what I'm actually going to do today, I'm going to look at a spider. I'm just kidding. I'm just kind of in a silly-ass mood tonight. No, what I'm going to do is do a very quick little montage, if you will. Just doing some construction stuff, because I am ready to begin making this big machine that I've been planning on doing, and I wanted to, I didn't want to go through the process of wasting all the time in the video showing you guys how I'm building everything and explaining it all, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a musical montage and show you all the crap that I'm building, and then when I get back I'll actually construct it, because that's more important. You can look up how to build it easy, so see you guys in just a minute. And welcome back. So I'm going to try and go through this as quick as possible, just to, you know, as efficiently as possible and explain what I'm doing. Now I'm going to go ahead and say ahead of time that there is probably way better ways to do this system, and the way I'm doing it, there's completely different ways to upgrade it, but for now, it works. So I'm going to do this. You can see I've already got all this area carved out for what I'm actually going to do with it here, just save some time in the video. So what I'm going to do is start off, let's see, I need my solar panels and some copper cables and my bat boxes. Now I'll explain these. Obviously the solar panels collect energy from the sunlight. If you're doing the same thing at home, let me make sure I'm safe real quick. As you can see, I had a creeper show up once while I was doing this. Make sure you go through and do like I did and shear off these trees all the way up, because if not, it'll just block the sunlight and you won't get any power anyway. So, I'm putting 2 solar panels on this area over here. And the reason why is because I'm going to have a macerator here. And the macerator actually takes up a lot more power than some of the other things. And so versus the electric furnace I have going over there. So in order to do that, I figured out last time that I can just put in 2 solar panels and it'll give it enough power here. Now putting in a bat box right here. Now when you put it in the bat box, the direction you're facing is the direction it puts this little plug here. So if you face the wrong direction, you got to use your wrench to click it and it'll turn around. It's also how you pick up machines too, like the solar panel, the box, macerator, the electric furnace. If you don't use a wrench, you just try and use your pickaxe or whatever, it's just going to destroy it and you're not going to get it back. Or at least that's the way it is most of the time. So anyway, I got both these solar panels coming down into this right here. Whoopsie, I clicked it too many times, I accidentally turned it the wrong way. Give me my bat box. Oh, come on, man. Gotta do this the hard way already. Come on, I didn't mean to do that, obviously. Let's, just trying to get my box back here. Okay, take off the wrench. Right click it and you can see that it's getting power. It's going up 200, 300. It'll hold up to 40,000 units. And every time it outputs, it does 32 units at a time, which is why I'm using these specific ones for this machine here. It's just, it works out good for it. So I'm going to put one more, one more here. Oh, that's something else. If you have the actual copper cable equipped and you click on something, it'll just open up the item. See, like this. But you can see my solar panel is actually getting light. See the sunlight things lit up there in the middle. I'm coming out here. And that's good on that one. So let me see. I don't need my wrench just yet. Let me fill this wall back in so it looks nice and pretty. Like I said, I know there's better ways to do this. There's way more efficient ways to get all this done. But this has worked for me in the past through some trial and error. So I'm going to do it again just because, well, it works. So again, I'm going to put another solar panel there. Let's see. Cable down there. My other bat box, I'm going to put it right here. Let's see if it's getting power. Okay. See, something else that's cool about the bat boxes is that they'll go ahead and maintain power, as in like they will hold on to the power that they have saved up even if they're not getting any more power. So once the sun goes down and these solar panels are no longer generating any electricity, basically these things will maintain what they have here, at least for a little while. Obviously they can still run out if you got a heavy duty machinery stuff going on there, but for the most part that's a good way to have it in there. And like I said, once again, I know there's better ways to do this kind of stuff, but for now, this is the way I'm doing it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my redstone engines in. Now, these are the most basic, common types of engines. You can see I already put levers in here. You got to have a power source to be able to power these. You can throw a redstone torch down, or you can put a little power switch on here. Now, the thing about redstone engines is as long as they're connected to anything, even if they're not doing anything, as long as they're connected to something, they won't blow up. So, that's kind of an important thing here, obviously. So, and I'll show you why I have these actually set up here in just a minute. Let me get my other machines in place. Let's see, my macerator and my electric furnace. Okay, let's see, I'm going to put my electric furnace right over here. And you see now it's get power. Let's see, my macerator, I'm going to put it right over here. And now it has power. Okay, now I need my pipes. Okay, you're going to start off with, you need a wooden transport pipe. Now these wooden ones is what you use to get items out of a chest. It won't work with any other pipe besides the wooden ones, at least as far as I know. There's maybe in this type of mod pack, there might be some other ones or whatever. But for now, for the sake of this example, we're going to go with just wooden only. Make sure there's nothing in here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on this engine just so I don't have to move some stuff around. You'll see it start doing its thing as soon as it has a reason to. Okay, see, now it's actually going. It's a slow moving process, but it's actually working here. Now with wooden transport pipes, you can't connect more than one at a time here. So from here you got to go to cobblestone transport pipes. And here's something that you have to make sure when you're doing this kind of thing, you got a machine coming down, is that with a macerator, the items have to come down in through the top. And the reason why is because if you have it coming in through the side, it's going to stick the items over here on the right hand side, and it's not actually going to do anything. Now here's something that I learned last time. I had a few people help me out with it. Since what I'm designing this system to do is be able to put all my ore in that chest and have it come over into the macerator, go ahead, cook itself, and do what it needs to do. If it happens to be two different kinds of ore, when it comes over here, let's say you got copper in here is already cooking, and tin comes transferring in, since it doesn't match up and it can't go anywhere, it'll just fall out, and you end up with just floating blocks around here. So if you put in a loop like this, when it comes up and around and goes in like this, if it can't do this, it'll just go around in circles. That's very useful, because if you're wanting to do like me and have a whole bunch of different ore in here, that is a very beneficial way to do this. Okay, so I'm going to need another transport pipe here. Let me see here. I'm going to turn this on so that it's actually activated, and then I'll put that wall back up there so I can put my wooden transport pipe back in here. Same thing as over there. Got to have a wooden one to be able to draw it out. And then switch over to cobblestone, go up, over, and into the top of it. And so once again, same thing with the generator here, or the furnace. I'm sorry, I keep saying the wrong item. You guys got to go in through the top here, or it's not going to actually do anything useful. And then lastly, we got basically the exact same thing one more time. We'll turn this on, set this up here, wooden transport pipe, and then we just connect it back to the chest in here. And I'm back. Sorry, real quick. Okay, now we should have a fully functioning system here. Let's see, macerator's working, electronic furnace is working, got my pipes in place, all the engines are on, and this is the basics of what it's actually going to do. Let's see if I still have my ore on me here. 10. Okay. I guess I don't actually have to put that in my active thing here. Go ahead and put some 10 in, and let's run inside and see what it's doing here. Okay, so the redstone engine is going to extract it. You see the 10 ores coming out, and it's going to go up and follow the pipe. Now I know there's faster ways to do this. Like I said, I know if you put gold pipe here instead of cobblestone pipe, or even stone pipe, that it goes a little bit faster, and you could use combustion engines over here and all kinds of different kinds of engines to make it go faster. And you can have a rotary macerator here and a nuclear furnace over here. I mean, there's ways to upgrade it, of course, but for now, for the sake of what I'm just trying to show you, this actually works, and it works for me. This is what I did in the last mod play series I had going on, and it actually did work out okay. So you can see things are going around here. The macerator's kicked back up like it needs to. And I'll just leave it here so you can see what it's actually doing. But you can see the number of ores actually coming in is, growing. It's going to keep stacking itself in as long as it's able to bring stuff in. So it's pretty cool. Makes it a lot easier to go here. Alright, let's see. And it gives me 210 dust. Now let me back out. Now you'll see that this other set of engine is taking this dust out. It's going to bring it over into the old electronic furnace over here. And just to speed up the process here, I'm just going to tell you that it's going to take it in here, the electronic furnace is going to cook it, it's going to turn it into an ingot. And then this machine is going to take it back over to that chest. And so basically what you end up with is you put in an ore here, it goes up, turns it into dust, this turns it back into two dust and 2 ingots, and then puts it back over there. So it just duplicates your complete ore system here. Now, like I said, I know I've done this machine before, and you're like, this isn't anything new, you've already done this, etc., etc. And yes, I'm completely aware of that. But considering how useful this tool is and how great it is to actually have this with me, I'm considering it to be just a worthy thing to have here. So you can see when I was doing some testing, I had some copper dust left over. I'll store this for a minute. I'll just hang on to it actually, because it's doing 10 anyway. But you can see it's going through. I tested it out with some copper when I was doing some other things earlier, because that's how I got all the material I had here. I had to build it one machine at a time so I could extract the ore into dust, and then I put the furnace down so I'd get me enough ingots to actually build everything I have here. So in case you couldn't see, make sure we're safe. Outside, again, make sure you shear the trees away all the way up, or it's just gonna be a bad day basically. You won't get any power is what'll happen. So yes, I got my finely tuned machine. Seems to be working just fine, at least for the moment. So if I run into any problems, I'll make sure to correct it in the next video. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll do what I can to answer those. I'm not an expert, but at least I try. So you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you later.